The externalization of life has created a massive underlying problem: the absolute avoidance of responsibility. And to be clear, I'm not talking about your responsibility as a parent or your responsibility to be a functional member of society. I'm talking about our feelings. We all feel emotions. We like to think of ourselves as rational, logical beings, but we aren't. Now, a typical scenario that I've observed throughout my entire life is anger. And to be completely honest with you, I have to heal my own inner anger. And just because I'm making this video doesn't mean I'm all that. But the main thing I noticed about it is how we externalize it. Let's look at an example. Imagine a couple. Partner A accidentally breaks something. Partner B immediately loses their temper and starts a massive tantrum. Person B is completely externalizing their anger. Partner B is the one feeling the anger, but because we are trained to externalize, we instantly blame the person we deem to be the cause, even though it is happening within ourselves. But if we detach from the situation, another person in the exact same scenario might not get mad at all. They might just look for a solution. Think about it. Same situation, but two completely different reactions. Why? Because yet again, somewhere deep in our subconscious mind, there's a program running. A program telling us how we are supposed to react to a certain situation. So instead of taking responsibility for what is happening inside of us, we project, we externalize our pain onto the person who triggered the reaction. We desperately need others to make us feel a certain way, and if we don't get what we need, we use one of the easiest and most effective tools. The tool of emotional manipulation we all know as anger. We don't use anger because the other person did something wrong. We use it because we deemed it to be wrong. We use it to manipulate others. Life is just a big ass projection. We rarely accept others. We only accept the idea we created around them. And as soon as I step out of the box, we use anger to put them right back in. And instead of taking responsibility for our own broken expectations, we use anger. We avoid taking responsibility. Instead, we demand the outside world to change, so we don't have to face our own reaction, our own emotions. Imagine if instead of wasting all of our energy trying to change someone else, we actually use it to change ourselves. Imagine if we started taking responsibility. Instead, we villainize people, we attack them, we do terrible things to others only because we feel a certain way. And instead of taking responsibility, we make the person that triggered it the problem. But there are always two sides to a coin. Let's look back at the example. Partner B gets mad, screams, and says something incredibly hurtful, and partner A gets deeply hurt by those words. We look at partner A and think, yeah, they are the victim, but the truth is, partner A is externalizing as well. Let me share a personal experience with you. I used to be, well honestly I still am, a very sensitive person. But back then, it was unhealthy. I used to get hurt by the smallest things people said to me. I would instantly blame them. I made them the villain. But over time, I realized something. It wasn't actually what the person said. It was my own internal reaction to it. The only person on this planet who can truly hurt us is we ourselves, for our own reaction. So if we blame someone for hurting our feelings, did they actually hurt us? Or did we hurt ourselves, using their words as an excuse? I get it, it all sounds a bit heavy, and we all externalize our emotions to a certain point. And I'm not making the point to never express your emotions and just bottle everything up. The point I'm making is as followed. We don't have to make our own feelings everyone else's problem. Let's be honest, if someone mistreats an animal and we see it, should we just not externalize it and be passive about it? because it is just a projection, right? We all know, including me, we will put a stop to it. That is not the point I want to make. At the end of the day, we live an internal and an external life. But what I truly want to say is actually just what I said. You know, over the years, I've come to a conclusion that most of us grown-ups might be living in an older body, but we still possess the mind of a child.